The tables were lined with free goodies as students gathered to watch the results trickle in. It was an election watching party complete with free food and presidential trivia. For many, it was a welcome relief from almost 2 years of negative campaigning in the state of Iowa.
As college students and as Iowans, we've been hit really hard with negative ads, so I think showing that both parties are getting together just for the same common good of electing a new president or getting the vote out is just saying a lot about people's ethics.
The mood was tense for some and jubilant for others. For many, it was the first presidential election they had voted in, but in a time of intense political polarization, the event was partisan-free, sponsored by college Republicans and Bulldogs for Barack.
We can set an example for Congress. I think a lot of people are fed up with butting of heads in the Senate and the House.
The turnout to the election watching party was heavily blue, with Obama handily winning a mock election. About 60% of young people voted for the president in the real election. But here, that didn't matter. All that mattered was if you voted, and if there was enough free food to go around. I'm Frank Merklowitz. It's a familiar sound to the Kappa Psi team, or anyone who does Drake intramurals. But is it the thrill of victory or just the camaraderie? The recreational basketball league has already begun. It's different than the competitive league, but that doesn't mean the players take it less seriously.
I like being out here, just try to get out and play some basketball with some friends, It's a lot of fun, but it's also, competitive at the same time. We like to shoot it around, but then get serious as soon as game time starts, So we're kind of a big deal, so we're out here to win.
That phrase, "we're kind of a big deal," is kind of the team motto. Harold never played basketball in high school, and neither did some of his teammates. But that doesn't stop these pharmacy majors from kicking it on the court, even when the other team doesn't show up. I'm Frank Merklowitz. The music was playing, the candles were lit, and a crowd gathered for the Drake Madrigal Dinners this weekend. The lords and ladies of the Drake Chamber Choir host the event each year. That's Drake's top choir. And for students and the Des Moines community, the Madrigal Dinners have become a welcome relief from holiday stress.
The way people go through December in our culture is pretty crazy. I mean, people are racing through it, whether they are students heading toward finals or people running around malls and all that sort of thing. And I think the Drake Madrigal Dinners just allow people to step away from all of that madness.
More than 150 people attended the dinners this weekend. That's up slightly from last year.
Guests walk up these stairs to the Great Hall in Parents Hall in Olmsted Center. Guests pay $50 for a plate, and for it they get a Christmas-style Renaissance fair.
And that money is quite the fanfare for Drake choral students. All proceeds from the Madrigal Dinners support the choir department's event and tour budgets. But obviously, the students aren't in it for the money.
I mean, it's a long show. It's about 2.5 hours. But it's just staying in character for the whole time and just creating the experience for everybody out here and us up there. I guess it's just fun to just screw around and just, pretend we're back in the Middle Ages, or the Renaissance era. Yeah.
And for some, it's a chance to live like royalty. If only for one weekend. I'm Frank Merklowitz. Nestled in an open room in a small building, Iowans gather to do what many of us do on a Sunday morning, to pray. Sikhs believe in one omnipresent God and equality among people. Sikhism was created as a reaction to India's caste system and creeping violent religion in the 1400s. Up until the recent tragic shooting at a Sikh temple in Wisconsin, many Americans were unfamiliar with Sikhism or confused Sikhs with Muslims.
No one knew about the Sikh religion. But through that issue, when it became internationally a widespread knowledge, right away people said, who are the Sheiks? Who are the Shreks? Oh, wait, we are pronouncing it wrong. It's the Sikhs. And who are they? Then that awareness slowly takes an interest, and people start asking questions around. Why are they Sikhs? Who are the Sikhs? Tell us. Oh, we have a Sikh temple in Iowa.
There are just 2 Sikh temples, or gurdwaras, in Iowa. Every week, around 60 Sikhs gather at the West Des Moines Temple for hymns, prayer, and langar, a vegetarian lunch offered freely to anyone in the community. Sikhs believe it is important to help others to understand their religion, and they accept people of all religious beliefs.
The only way to get that interest is for us as Sikhs to welcome all of you students, or welcome everyone else in Iowa, to come and find out about our religion.
That sense of community extends throughout the service, where men and women, The poor and kings sit together on the floor to worship God as equals. I'm Frank Merkowitz.
So you guys from a break?